So it's really no surprise now that the Lebanese government is as responsible as Hezbollah for what's going on now in Israel. All their rocket attacks and all their threats that they've been levying against Israel, blaming Israel for war crimes in Gaza, which is nonsense, have shown that the Lebanese government and Hezbollah work hand in hand. Hezbollah is part of the government itself, and no one in the Lebanese government has gone publicly on any show or newscast or at the UN and condemned Hezbollah for shooting at civilians in Israel or for escalating this. Don't take my word for it. Just listen to what the Lebanese ambassador says on the show of Piers Morgan Uncensored.
Hezbollah did not start this violence, Piers. As I said, we have to go back to the root causes. Hezbollah?
But you can say they didn't start it in your argument.
No, it's a statement of fact.
But you can still condemn the violence, can't you?
Well, I condemn any violence in general, but Hezbollah did not start this fight.
But you do condemn Hezbollah's violence.
He did not resort to violence. Hezbollah is part of the Lebanese social fabric.
Hezbollah for years has been preparing for a conflict with Israel. They've built many tunnels underground. Just look at all these stuff that the Alma Center has come up with that have shown that Hezbollah has created all these tunnels in order to attack and invade Israel from the north. Their ultimate plan is to destroy Israel. And the ambassador of Lebanon definitely doesn't seem to have a problem with it because he doesn't condemn Hezbollah.
Safely and covertly move large forces in fast convoys.
So Hezbollah has all these tunnels underground in Lebanon, which is bigger, more sophisticated, and worse than anything Hamas has. Here's another example of these tunnels. This video is from the Alma Center, and this is Sarit Zahavi going inside one of those tunnels and showing exactly how sophisticated these tunnels are and how they've actually gone into Israeli territory.
The biggest, longest, and deepest Hezbollah tunnel that was digged into the Israeli territory. The length is about 1 kilometer, more than half a mile. The depth is about 80 meters, which is 250 feet.
So that video of the Hezbollah tunnel was actually filmed before COVID. So that was like almost 5 years ago now. The fact is that Hezbollah has the know-how to make tunnels. They have their special forces, Red One forces. They have this whole idea that they want to destroy Israel. I mean, this is from Hassan Nasrallah's own mouth that he wants to conquer the Galilee. This has been happening for years, that Hezbollah has been threatening Israel. They've been making tunnels, they've been making plans. They've had the Red One force who is prepared to invade Israel and murder its civilians. And this is what they want to do. The Lebanese people are not only complicit, they're partners in Hezbollah. I mean, just listen to what all these officials have recently said about the recent conflict.
وغير مسبوقة في تاريخ الحروب في أعقاب سلسلة من التصريحات الإسرائيلية بشن حرب واسعة على لبنان.
In Lebanon, we are facing a blatant violation of our sovereignty and of human rights through the brutal practices of the Israeli enemy against our state and against the Lebanese people. Israel is violating our sovereignty by sending their warplanes and drones to our skies, by killing our civilians, including youth, women, and children, destroying homes and forcing families to flee.
You know, it's hard to believe the hypocrisy of the president of Lebanon, Mikati, saying how Israel has violated the sovereignty of Lebanon, while Lebanon has been violating the sovereignty of Israel by lobbing rockets at civilian areas, murdering Israeli civilians ever since the start of the war on October 7th. Hezbollah wanted to join the war in order to support Gaza. Well, you mess around, you throw rockets at Israeli civilians, and you put Israeli lives in danger. Israel has no choice but to go after the terrorists in Lebanon to stop them. And the fact is that Mikati never once condemned Hezbollah, and they never once said that they were in the wrong. They never once mentioned that Israelis had to evacuate their homes for fear of safety. So we have no choice but to defend ourselves, because nobody else is going to do it.